Hi everyone, this is Marcia. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do the second video in the series where I'll be making ornaments for the small Christmas tree that I want to display this year. Actually, today I need your help. I've been working on some of the bead weaving covers for the larger beads, and I've made two different ones. Look at that shadow. I hope it's not showing up as badly as I think it is. Anyway, we're going to do a little poll. I'm going to show you the two that I've made, and you tell me which one you think I should do a tutorial for. Either the green or the red. And I'll show that closer in a minute, but this is what this looks like plain. And no matter which one I do, I start with this. I put the pin in and I hope you all are doing good. Boy, I got ahead of myself. Yes, I hope everyone is having at least the best day that they can. You know, not all days are going to be 100%. But I hope in some way it's a good one for you. So let's get back to this. No matter which one I do, it all starts here. I went ahead and, I don't know if you can tell, let me see if I have one that's, yeah. This is the original bead cap. And I used the bead cap on last week's ornament. And I made all of them. I've got a whole container of them. They are all done. And there were 16 of them. I think I said I thought I had 14 of them, but there were 16 of them. So they are finished and ready to put on the tree. I have the tree out of storage. We'll talk about that later too. Anyway, this is what it looked like originally. And this is what I did. I formed it so it would stand up more like the caps on an actual Christmas tree ornament, ones that you would buy, as opposed to this on the right. I smushed it up a little bit to make that one on the left. Okay? So, with that, I don't know what I did. With that, like I said, this is, and I made a couple hooks, and I got new, boy, I'm jumping all over the place, aren't I? I got new pins. I got a pack of the eye pins and a pack of the head pins. So those will last me a while. I'm not sure I'd use them for jewelry because they're not precious, but yeah, we'll see. So anyway, this is where we begin. So starting with the green. Everything but the findings, well, actually that finding. So everything but the head pins, let's put it that way, did come out of a jewelry jar. These pearls, in one of the jars or bags that I got, there was a bag of these. And you can see I've used some here and I've used some on the red, and I still have these 3 tubes left. So I should be able to get a few more of these ornaments made using these. We'll see. I'll go as far as it takes me. Oh, we don't need this. Let's put that back in there. So on this one, I used those pearls and green 11-0 seed beads. And they came on a broken necklace with bugle beads. And it was a combination of the blue. I'll insert a picture so you'll see. It was already broken. I just finished the job. Took it apart. Actually, I cleaned it first and then took it apart and got the seed beads. And this is how this one turned out. It's just the seed beads and the pearls. So green and white. And if you see what I'm talking about, last week I mentioned that the hole in this pearl is not drilled straight. If you take it down here down the line, it should actually, trying to think where this is, center is right about here, I think. And you can see the pen is over here, so it is really off center. But by covering it up, you never know. So anyway, this is ornament number 1 with the green and the pearl. And then ornament whoops, that got a little heavy. Let's leave that down then. This is number 2, ornament number 2. Started out pretty much the same with the pearls, but instead of the seed beads, I used these. And all of these that I'm putting on here, the pearls and these beads, well, the seed beads are glass, but these beads, you know, it's those strands that you get. A lot of times they're gemstone strands. Not this. This is just a plastic strand, and I've got green, and, well, I won't be using those because they're peeling, but silver. So we'll just put those aside. But I do have green in those also, which is traditional Christmas colors. But so I used this, this bead, and it's probably equivalent to an 8/0 seed bead, and then these like a rice pearl. And I use these little silver spacer beads. These are actually crimp beads. I bought a large quantity in different colors on Amazon to use on the stringing projects I was doing. I don't like them. I don't like the quality of them for crimp beads. So I won't be getting these again, but no sense letting them go to waste. They are pretty much the size of an 11/0 seed bead, maybe a tad smaller. Maybe they're a 10/0 size. But when I did this one, the way I did this is that when I got down to the bottom, it's a little loose there, I needed just a little filler where the red bead was too much, because I needed to draw it together, you know, because it's rounded. You need to draw it together. So this is how I came up with the bottom. And if you see, look, see, here's the center. This is the center of the actual beadwork, and there's where it's drilled. So anyway, this worked, and I liked this, the combination, that little touch of the silver. So I added them, I came back after the fact and added them here on the 4 corners to give it a little sparkle up here as well. So, what should next week's tutorial be? Green or red? And if you like them both, maybe the following week, I'll do whichever one doesn't get the most votes this week. So, okay, I hope that's clear. Let me know which one you want the tutorial on first. So, I'm going to stick these back on my earring holder. So we won't be working on these today. I just wanted you to see them and help me pick which one I should do. All right. Well, with that said, we can get rid of all of this because we won't need it until next week. Just put it off to the side. And like I said, these are all done. And you know what? This is a good time. I used up some of my other head pens, eye pens, I mean. And I'm going to show you how I made that hook. I snipped this off, you know, small price. I snipped off the loop. And you really can't unloop it because it just never straightens out. And I did get my bail making pliers, and I used the largest setting, which I'm not really sure what size that is. It could be a 8 or 10 millimeter. Probably an 8. Anyway, so I just put that in there, started at one end, it doesn't matter either end, and I came around like this and just adjust my pliers a little bit and bring it around to where it's almost closed. So you've got that look. And then I turn it around. As we came this way, now we're going to come the opposite way and turn this using this, the one right above it. And that's what I'm doing. If you do something like this, you can use regular round nose pliers. Or you wrap it around anything, a pencil, you know, one of these. Anything that will give you that rounded shape. So I'm going to do this. And I'm also kind of pushing in as I'm turning it to further enhance that S shape. Okay. And then what I did is I kind of finished it off. I just grabbed these and kind of finished it off to close it up a little bit. And that gave me, and this gives me a wider, where's the one I made last week as a demo? See the difference? It's just a bigger, it's bigger. Let me get it the right way. It's a little bigger, so you won't struggle as much getting it on your branches. So anyway, these are all done, like I said, and I am pretty pleased. I had some suggestions on what to do with this end, and I appreciate all of them. Someone suggested that I glue a seed bead on, but that would be so much work, and it would defeat the purpose. My goal was to keep this flat, but I do appreciate the suggestion that came from Faith Robin, and she is a beader also, so you know, I do respect her opinion and her ideas, and you know, that's what we do. We help each other because sometimes you just don't think about sometimes the obvious. But for now, I wanted that clean look. So take that off there. These are ready to put on the tree, and we'll be doing that. I'm not going to show you the tree today. I'm going to concentrate on the ornaments. So what are we doing? We have the medium size, and I showed you what I've done with the large ones. So we're going to work on these. These are the ones that were on the stretch bracelet. I wanted to get my caliper. And these, someone asked me about sizes. This is an 8mm bead right there. And these, I forget what I said these were. These are about a 12? No, 10, 15, 18. About an 18. And these large ones, did I measure them? Of course I did. I forget. Whoever asked me, I measured them. And this is right under 30. And some of them may be off. It says 29mm. You can use any size you want. So this is what we're going to work on today. Since I've spent so much time talking about what I've already done, what is still to come, this is basically what I did last week, only in a smaller scale. Oh, here it is. And I don't remember. I know I looked at these and I tried different caps and stuff, but this one, and I'm not even going to bother with taking or doing anything with that. I'm just going to leave it like that. Who knows? Maybe I'll hang a bell off of there. Or maybe not. So, I am going to try to get this bent in the same direction. Maybe I should show you that. Got my eye pen, got the bead cap. Just put the pen through the hole of the bead, put the bead cap on, and like I said, I am going to try to line this up to where they're going in the same direction, but that can always be tweaked later. And then I'm going to bend it over 90 degrees. Yep, it got twisted at a 90-degree angle. It's way too big, so I'm going to need my wire cutters or my snippers. And as I explained last week, but in case you did not see last week's, and if you didn't, I'll leave the link below. This is how I normally measure for earrings. And I usually get right in there and try to keep it approximately 1/4 of an inch. But we're just going to, whatever this is, because we want a little bigger loop, or at least I do. I want a bigger loop for these. So we'll cut about that much off. And that is probably, well, let's find out how much that is. Yeah, I was going to say a 1/2 inch, so it's about a 1/2 inch, so it's double what I normally do. So, and you notice I hold on to that because sometimes if you snip it, it'll go flying. And then the vacuum cleaner will find it later, but, you know, if you have pets, that's not a very good thing to do. Unfortunately, I have no pets at the moment. No indoor pets. So, anyway, so we're going to take our round nose pliers and we're going to create our loop by placing it about so far down. I might have to tweak that as well. Make sure the pen is not coming past the pliers, because then you will get this instead of this. You won't get that. You won't get that rounded. And sometimes you still don't. So I start it, reposition, and then come back around. And I could have taken some of this. This is a little, I need to get a bigger. That's what I'm looking for. I need to get position it further down because this is, it's too much play. So that's what I'm going to do. More toward the end, so I'm more toward the bigger side, and just, you know, you feel your way. Actually, that's so about halfway. As I'm working up to where I feel that it's tight, it's about halfway. And I could probably make that a little smaller, but we'll leave it for now. And I do want to, I wanted them to go in the same direction. Actually, I need another type of plier, but anyway, I just held one in and I twisted it to where it lined up. I'm funny that way. But anyway, that is what we're going to call our small ornament. Very simple, just a little cap on there. Oh my. Do you want to see that again? We'll take the eye pen, which is the least, put that through the bead, get a bead cap, put that on, and some, they're not all the same. They're the same style, but some are a little lighter, but I'm not going to let that bother me. And bend over at a 90-degree angle, and then cutters. Cut approximately a 1/2 inch. It might be a little more. So let's snip a little bit more off. And you might think this is trash. Don't trash this, because I will be showing you, you can reuse these. You can actually, like, find a bead. You know, if you use a bead like this, if you do dangles on a necklace or an earring, this is an 11-0, but you can, you know, maybe even a 4mm bead, and you put a loop on either end. These can be reused. So, waste not, want not. And come back with, and I said about halfway, make sure it's not going past. And I'm going to start my loop by doing one little twist and then coming back and continuing. I'm trying to hold the bottom, and it's got that point, and it's, you can see it's jabbing right into my skin. And I want to make sure it's snug. There's no play. No play in that. Oh, and look, and pretty much lined up. Yeah, I don't even have to do anything. It's pretty much lined up. So we've got 2 of those done, and I will go ahead off camera and finish these up. Then we'll have our small and our medium. And then next week, hopefully I'll get some feedback as to which large bead you want me to do the bead cover on. Or should I leave it plain? Or should I do a combination of all 3? But next week will be a tutorial on one of those. So, and then we'll start decorating the tree. Yay! Just in time. It'll be just in time for Christmas. So, until next week, and until we continue this series of the ornaments for the small tree, I hope you all take care, and I'll see you in that next video. Bye-bye.